Welcome. Today is Wednesday, January 6, 2021. Today's agenda, we are going to review our Google Meets etiquette, review our class norms, review and recite our mission statement and goals. We will work on the Wednesday warm-up, and then we are going to complete those notes from yesterday, and then let me add in the quiz. There is a quiz that we will be finishing, that we will also be doing. Type that in real quick. All right, going back to our agenda. So we're going to finish the notes, which shouldn't take us very long. I believe all we have is one more definition to write down, and then make sure that you get a picture/video of the notes completed and submitted today. And then also do the quiz today. Yes, you may use your notes and resources and everything else like that. Google etiquette, please make sure that you show up on time, and you guys have done a great job doing that. Please make sure that you have a quiet place to work. I know sometimes it's hard being at home, but please understand that you don't need to have TVs going in the background. You don't need radios going in the background. If you can avoid having other conversations around you, that would be great, because it is really hard to focus and concentrate when you have lots of stuff going on. Even when I'm working at home, everybody's got their space that they have to go to, and you have to provide yourself with an opportunity for focus. Make sure that you have all your supplies with you. Make sure that your microphone is on mute. Please only unmute when I have called your name. I do this for two reasons. One is because one, I am recording, so I do not want to say your name out loud. It allows me to upload videos quicker, and also I might miss the editing if I have to go edit your name out. There's not always a guarantee that I'm going to catch it, because I don't document when I say somebody's name. Also, muting your microphone means that we're being respectful, because we're not interrupting somebody else talking. Make sure your video is on. That is a district policy. I need to see that you are sitting up, you're ready to learn. So everybody whose camera is off, you need to turn them on. I know you don't like being on camera, but guys, the more you do it, the more you get used to it. It's just a part of it. So please make sure your camera is on. Everybody's camera is on. Don't make me call you out. I got 4 of you who still have, nope, I got 1 of you that's turned it on. There's 2. I got 2 more. 2 more. 2 more people need to turn their cameras on. Cameras on. Cameras on. If your camera is off, the only thing I can assume is that you are not sitting here working with us. I will be sending emails now. Turn the camera on, please. All right. Guys, give me a minute. Let me send a couple of emails. Make sure everything is okay. You notice some of us have blurred backgrounds or decorative backgrounds. I don't care that your background has changed. I just need your camera on, and I need to see some part of your head, even if it's just a little bit of the top. I just need to see a part of your head to know that everything is okay, that we're ready to go, we're ready to learn, we're in it. I mean, how would you appreciate it if I taught like this? How's that? Do you think that I'm paying any attention? What if I sat here in silence? Would y'all start wondering where I am? Yeah, you would. So, to ensure that we are fully focused, I need cameras on, and I need to see some part of you in the picture to know that you're sitting there learning, guys. Come on. Come on, come on. I got 1 more. Give me another minute. All right. Well, I've done my part, so we'll see. Also, please make sure that you raise your hand using the raise your hand button. I will get to you as soon as I can, but like I said, please wait till I say your name. Just don't start talking because we don't want your voices or your names on the video if at all possible. Again, the more we can follow this, the quicker and easier it is because there's no guarantees that I will catch it later when I go edit it. Our class norms are to be kind, to be respectful, and be working. Our mission statement. Guys, I can see you. I can see your mouth. Please make sure that you are reciting this. This is kind of our, let's get going. Let's make sure we're doing what we need to. Are y'all ready? Nod, thumbs up. All right. We will work together as friends and family in Mrs. Met's class to gain more knowledge, to work, and to learn so we can all be successful. We will listen to each other, help each other, and encourage each other. We will make things happen and show the world we will not accept anything short of the best. Good job, guys. Thank you, thank you. Our class goal is 100% of Mrs. Met students. That means all of you will show growth. So as we go through, you always get better on unit assessments throughout the 2020-2021 school year. They will accomplish this goal by being purposeful and intentional with their time and learning. Today's learning objective is the same thing as yesterday because, like I said, we're going to complete those notes today. We only have one more definition, and then you have a 10-question quiz to work on, right? And you'll be able to use your notes, your resources. I know the notes say that it is today's notes is weathering, erosion, and deposition. The quiz does have a couple of other things about guys, I see you turning your cameras off. They need to be on. Please do not turn them off. They need to be on. Your quiz is going to have some questions also about soil, which is a part of the erosion process. So think back to our notes about weathering. Think back to our labs that we've done and kind of think about the logical nature of things. And if you're not quite certain, you can always go Google it, right? You can use your resources in science when you're doing these quizzes and stuff. Now, when you have a CBA, you will not be able to use your resources. All right. Your warm-up, champs. Y'all have had a lot of time to work on your warm-ups. So y'all are all done with it and y'all are just ready for me to go over it? Because we're like 20 minutes into class. You should be done with it. Yes? All right, give me a second. And I got another email that I need to send. You don't need to worry about it.
I just want to make sure that there's not a glitch going on, right? For me, my camera's on, but to you, it's off and you're doing camera.
No, you're fine. Then we need to make sure that we are getting it fixed. If that's something that happens to you, you need to contact the help desk because it doesn't need to be happening. Okay, this isn't gonna be an excuse that we accept. I'm gonna tell you that I can pretty much tell when it's on purpose and when it's glitchy, okay? So let's not use glitchy as an excuse. A lot of times if something is glitchy, your whole system is glitchy, not just the camera, okay? So I still have a couple of you that have the cameras off. I'm really trying hard not to say anything because of it. I have to go take care of some stuff. So for those of you who have your cameras off, please understand that I am taking time out of our lessons and learning to go take care of this, because this is something that needs to be handled immediately. You know, we've come into the new year. We want to make sure that we're doing everything that we need to, because your success is the #1 priority. Okay? And it's really hard to give full instructions and be successful. The only thing I can think is that if your camera's off, you're not sitting there listening, and that's going to hurt you. So, guys, some of you are doing exactly what I need you to do. Please hang on just a second while I take care of a couple of things. It does take me time, okay? So because I have a couple of people that are not following district policy, I have to take care of that, which is taking away from you guys. So give me just a minute. Give me just a minute. Guys, I do apologize. This is taking away from our time, which is kind of a big deal. Again, somebody has so kindly turned their camera on, and I don't care what your background looks like, but guys, I need to at least see the top of your head. I need to know that you're sitting there listening. So please make sure you look at your camera and I can see the top of your head. I at least need to see the top of your head. Please make sure I can see the top of your head. Look at your screen. Make sure I can see the top of your head. Some of you don't want your faces on the camera. I get it, but I at least need to know that you're sitting there. I need the top of your head. I need the top of your head. Guys, I do apologize. I sincerely apologize. I wish you need to understand that when I'm asking you to do something and I have to take care of business, it's kind of taken away from other people. All right. Okay. So, thank you. Still got one more, but we don't need to worry about it. I am taking care of that so we can move on. So, let me change what I'm presenting so that we can go over the warm-up and maybe move on with this. Guys, I really appreciate your patience. I really do. I know this is not easy to deal with, but it being an online platform, things kind of are dealt with a little bit differently. So we have to have patience. See if we can get this going. That's not what I want. All right, so our warm-up. Oh, I gotta zoom in, don't I? No. So I can zoom in some more. No. How about some more? There we go. I can kind of see that, right? So number 1 on today's warm-up says circle each object that uses electrical energy to produce mechanical energy. Oh man, that is a good one. Electrical energy used to produce mechanical energy. Let me pause my video. All right. So yesterday we started our notes on weathering, erosion, and deposition. And from the picture, you can kind of tell the cycle and the system. Give me a second. You can kind of tell the cycle of the system. So you have the Earth's surface, right? And weathering occurs, and when you look back at your notes previously about weathering, we talked about weathering occurring because of water wearing it away, the wind wearing it away, the ice cracking rock, and plant roots growing up into the rock and cracking it and it breaking off. So weathering is kind of the start of the process. And then you have the erosion. The erosion is the process of taking it somewhere else. So the wind is the weathering. The erosion is where it takes those tiny little particles in the wind and carries it somewhere else. So we defined weathering as breaks it. So weathering breaks it down. The breakdown of materials of the Earth's crust or the surface into smaller pieces. And I will zoom in on that so y'all can see that definition. So remember, the weathering, you know what? I'm going to make a note of that. The weathering we've talked about weathering being caused by water, wind, ice, and plants. So I would kind of add that to it because that's what we talk about with weathering. Give you a minute to do that. Now I'm going to go down here to erosion, kind of review what we talked about yesterday. So erosion is you take it. Erosion carries the materials somewhere else. It's the process which water, ice, wind, or gravity moves the pieces, right? It moves it somewhere else. The erosion kind of depends on the size of the object, the speed of the wind, how much water, the speed of the water, and stuff like that. And then deposition. So deposition means it drops it or deposits it. So deposition is drops. Just like when we go to the bank, we make a deposit, right? Make a deposit. So deposition is drop it. This is the process. I'll read it to you first. The process by which sediments are the small pieces, right? The sediments are laid down in a new location, okay? So it gets dropped off somewhere else. So the process by which sediment or small pieces are laid down in a new location. So if I look at the boulder going down the side of my hill on my diagram, you know, up top you have the rain coming down. And then we drew a picture of a big boulder kind of breaking off and rolling down the side of the hill. Well, if you notice, it's going to drop off down here at the water. Now, it's not always going to drop off at the water. Sometimes if you're driving through the mountains of Colorado, you'll see some signs that say falling rock. Well, that rock is not going to drop into the ocean, is it? Colorado is kind of in the middle of the country and nowhere near an ocean. So it's just going to drop off on the side of the road, but it's still the same concept. So I am going to give you, how many minutes do you need? 1 or 2 to finish writing that? 2? I'm going to give you 2 minutes to finish writing that. Set a timer for 2 minutes.
Okay, 2 minutes and counting.
And then I will walk you guys through where to go in the assignment and submit this, and then get into your quiz. Actually, give me just a second. I'm going to go through all of that again because I do want it on this video so that when people go back and watch it, all the instructions are there. So give me just a second. All right. To submit this assignment, you're going to, it should say submit assignment. Go click on Studio. You're then going to click record. Click record. You want to do webcam capture because you want it to see with the work that you've done. So webcam capture. When it comes up, click start recording. Show me your completed notes. Give it a few seconds. Take your head out and say hello. Then you can hide again. Click finish when you are done. Click save. Give it a minute to upload. When it's done uploading, you're going to click it and embed it. Embed. You're going to embed it and then click Submit Assignment. All right. I think we got it that time. All right, now I'm going to pause.